Hello Counts people, I'm going to have a go at the AAT practice number 2 for the Synoptic Spreadsheet section. The other sections are fairly routine and have fairly routine answers. So let's have a look. So read the instructions carefully, check what we've got. I'm not going to bother with the saving of files, I want them in my own files for later. We have 3 lots of data. How much data? And we have a summary sheet that we're going to do lots of work on. Most of the work's on this sheet. Let's get down to it. So, rename spreadsheet in the worksheet. Summary column B. Copy and paste, not the consolidate function. Well, that's okay, except if you, strictly speaking, if we're copying and pasting, we would be copying and paste, except that only pastes the link. You can't go back and paste another link, so we now have to do the rest of it manually. Well, that's still 2. This is still 3. So let's have a look at that formula. I know it's the right answer. Notice how the manual version doesn't make it an absolute reference. This does though, the copy and paste link. So get rid of the absolute. I didn't need to get rid of that one. Without that I wouldn't have the right numbers. So I can, oops, too far. There we are. And back up to the top. So the formula, store 1. What I've just done the whole thing manually, not using the paste link. So that's the total inventory cost will be P3 times T3. That's a nice easy one. And again, just copy. Oops, not as big as some of the others. There we are. That's the first instruction done. We have a couple of instructions so far. Just double check, copy and paste, column D, formula. That's 2 marks. Freeze row and 2 of the headings. Actually, that doesn't work. What they really mean is, can we freeze panes? The only problem is on most versions of Excel, it doesn't. It creates a window that big. And if you freeze the top row, well, it's actually, that's okay, that'll work. But it didn't want us to do that. I'm not really sure what the solution is. Probably a split's actually a better option on this one, because the split can be moved exactly where we want it, and we can get rid of the vertical split as well. That'll work just as well. But freezing, I think the reason why freezing's not working is because of this merged cell, although I've tried it without, it still doesn't work. Freezing's great for a single row, otherwise it's always a problem, and controlling exactly where it splits, where it freezes, is difficult. Doesn't always work out, but that's okay, it'll do the job. Cell C767. Now of course it's freeze doing that. Got to make sure the cursor's in the right place when we go down. C76, we want a formula that will count the number of items, single items above 800. That will be the Countif function, so it's a bit like count. You can see I've been practicing. The range is C3, should have checked that one. And the criteria greater than 800. And oh no, that's the right answer. So just simple, straightforward, equals Countif. There's the range, no need to put brackets around it, it's not like a sum of anything. And anything above 800. 1 mark. Analysis of pivot charts and tables. Not a big fan of pivot charts. Pivot chart and pivot table. Some versions of Excel have slightly different layouts on this. We need that data, we don't need the summary. Now we need down to there. On this version, sometimes you've got pivot table, pivot chart. Sometimes you do it separately. In this case, my version's got pivot chart and pivot table in a new worksheet. So let's have a look what we've got to do with that one. Okay, first rename. Done. Now of course we've clicked off the list, but let's have a look then. So sort of those labels in the pivot. Oh, accept anything supplied by DFDJ. That's just the 4. Sort them into. Don't need to select the whole lot. It's link data. Just anywhere will do, or anywhere amongst those will do. That's Z to A. Now we need the chart type. Oh, hang on, we haven't got total inventory cost. So we haven't got a chart. Let's move it up here and just make it a bit bigger to work on. Make life easy. And we need the chart type. A 3D pie. Exploded isn't one of my options. Actually, you explode the segment separately. Add percentages. That's a percentage. Not quite at the moment in the right place, and we also need to rotate it and change one of the colours. Now that one needs to be bright yellow. Before I'm going to do that, I'm going to change the colour to something else. We haven't got a red, that'll do. This one is the one that needs to be a bright yellow. And I need to rotate it. Different ways actually. Before, you might have caught a quick glimpse of a little arrow before we did anything else. It would actually have been easier before changing it to have rotated it. There was a little arrows can't come up here, but actually this will do as well. It allows me to rotate. York Retail is on the right, and then I can grab that section and explode it manually. On the right, extract, yeah. Resize so all segments can be clearly seen. That's fine. And a title. I'm not going to waste time putting in a title. Just click into it. Dave, go on. And now I'm not spelling very well today. Oh, I was going to put an extra T. Oh, this serves me right for trying to cheat. That's my keyboard. Ah, dear. So if that happens, we've got no title. Put in a title. Try it again. It's busy doing something else on computer. There we are, that's my title. It also says to move this down to this legend. Well, lots of different ways. Sometimes you can just drag them, sometimes you just have to tell it. More options. Oh yes. Allows you to drag it down to the bottom right as per instructions. Lots of little minor little instructions. Resize, move the chart for 4 marks. Lots of marks on these assessments for following these minor little instructions. If it isn't quite right, you can still get the marks for following formatting instructions. So don't ever leave anything if you can't quite get the pie chart right. You're still going to get marks for moving the legend and putting the title in and everything else. Summary, data validation, back to summary. What we need, slightly wrong instruction. It says the whole of column E. That's actually wrong, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to put the words supplied by in. And this is a data validation exercise for data validation, a standard list. The source is these, possibly sometimes worth adding an extra one for future editing. It wants a very basic input message, which I'm not going to bother following the instruction. Because you actually put in exactly what you want to write. The only thing that matters here is it asks for a warning, not stop. As per the instructions, a suitable warning. Difference is that actually just warns you that you're typing somebody else in, as opposed to stopping you from entering somebody else. So there's our drop down list working. Have I got this one? No, there we are. It is working. And the list of approved suppliers is to be protected. Well, actually, you can only protect a range of cells in a protected sheet. So actually, we have to use the same password. Protect the sheet first. Unprotect the sheet, so it stops you doing it by accident and makes you remember your passwords. And now I can protect the range. It automatically picks up what I've selected, and I can put my password in. And of course, for duplication, no instruction here as to whether to leave it unprotected or not. So we'll leave it, and that's 2.1 done. Except I didn't apply it. Okay, now it's applied. Test 2.2 then. So this is essentially, I'm not going to save the file. Budgeted data. And complete the first pro forma. It's just a matter of filling in this. There is something that's wrong on this sheet though, so we'll have to do this right. So formula's best, of course. So equals B4. This is just as per ordinary data. B5. Cost of goods for resale equals B4, the number, times the cost. B6. Why did you stop? Shop staff. B7. Then of course we need to take this off, so it should really be a negative. 0 minus, this is the easiest way of doing it, 0 minus sum, and it's B15 to B16. Because it's neat plus actually. Okay, equals sum, what's the limit like? Okay, I wanted another bracket. In fact, I didn't need to put that bracket in. That'll do. Gross profit. Notice that suddenly doesn't work. Well, actually, what's causing the problem is this merge cell. I need to unmerge it just to make life easy. Now it works. Rent and rates then. Doesn't actually matter whether these go in the left hand column as a subtotal of expenses or whether they just go in a vertical list. In fact, they're next to in the right order. So I'm just going to fill them in. And then in here. In fact, strictly speaking, doesn't have to do that. Again, equals 0 minus. Oops. Minus from 319. Oops. 321. And now I'll get my final profit. That's not worked out right again. Why is that? If it doesn't work that way. C 18 plus, because it's a minus. C 22. That way then. As long as it's a sensible answer. Check your answers. Make sure they make sense. Merge cells and formatting causing the problem again. So that's a bit of a show relevance up. Yeah, done that one. Nice couple of marks. We've already increased the number of shop staff. Cost of buying goods for resale has gone up. Doesn't actually tell you what percentage or whatever. I presume it's just in the they've missed an instruction out there. They've forgotten to tell us how much. Judging by the answers, they haven't put the changed price in the answers. Oh, is that? So this is now an extra 10% volume, 5% selling prices. So our sales will now be if I'll do it in, if I don't do them separately, so that's the number B5 times 5%. It's the easiest way of doing it. Check that's not the right answer, so let's have a think. Has that worked? Seems to have worked. Yep, that's worked. Just double checking. A couple of clicks on the calculator don't do any harm. Checking that spreadsheets are actually working before proceeding with them. Cost of goods for resale, so that will be, again, that's the 3, 4 times 1.1. It's the increase in volume. The way it reads, you'd expect a percentage increase. I can't find it. Which is our answers. Read carefully, because this is almost a trick. 20,000, not the 40,000, because it's 6 months, 40,000 a year. Just trying to catch you out. similar nature. Could actually copy that one down. Okay, equals a naught instead of a 0. Got the same problem with a merge cell there. Always a problem. Rent and rates. This one isn't now, so it should be 9 times 1.04 because of some main instructions with a 4% increase in admin. So it's not the 62,500, and therefore we've got to do that one separately. B. B33 to B35. And this is the one that didn't work earlier. Yeah, it's still not working, that formula, for some reason. There's something there. Equals, never mind. Plus B36. That's not right. B32 plus B36 is not a 0. Not quite working out that one. Oh, I've got it. It's so busy typing in these. That's better. $183,250. Yep, so that's that done. Right then, increased. I assume this is before we've done that one. Conditional formatting. Negative figures in red and bold font. This of course would not have worked if I hadn't unmerged this cell. Conditional formatting, we need less than 0 is red text. We've got the minus symbols in there. And we also need another rule. Bold. Two rules, two conditional formatting rules working together to make negative figures red and bold. So they're going to get a bonus if the revised budgeted sales is more than 15% more than that one. That's okay. 0.5% or 5p bonus. Okay, so first of all, we've already got this laid out actually. We need to work out the difference, so a bit of maths here. C37 minus, actually I want to do sales first. C27 minus C13 divided by C13. That of course is not a percentage. That's the whole percentage. It's bound not to be 2 decimal places. No, it is. And the same for the similar for the operating. Difference between the two divided by the original figure. Could actually have done the formatting for both afterwards. Again, same job. to 2 decimal places. Now we need an if statement and a bit of text to type in here. Equals, we need an if statement, the logical test. So this is B41 greater than 15. If it's true, they get a 5 times we could just put in the number or the original version 4 times 1. That'll do. And if not, they get no bonus. And that doesn't work because B41 greater do I need another bracket in? Because 15.5. Okay, something's going wrong here. B41 is greater than 15. Does it need to have the percentage? Now it works. And I believe I would have trouble with that one because it was formatted as a percentage. And of course, as a decimal, it's 0.15. So now all we need to do is in the revised it's not in the revised, it's all currency cells in the worksheet. That's the currency cells. We want them to be pounds. No. Whole numbers. And you can see that needs spreading, and again it wants that done. It also says, strictly speaking, it says all currency, so really we shouldn't be doing this at all. The answers don't do that. Yeah, missed that one out. Oh no, I haven't. Hang on. Just watch out, obviously, that you're not formatting the units. Right, so that's all the currency, and then B27 to 327. That's on there. That'll see. 27. Again, this wouldn't work without the merging being taken off. Define name, and that's it. And we could have added a comment. It's not asking us for a comment. I'm not sure what the purpose of doing that is, but we've done it. A little bit of a pro forma. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. AAT answers are perfectly okay for this one. A bit simplistic maybe, but we could always write a bit more detail on that. And then a terminology question, fairly straightforward, just check against their answers. Not convinced about their definition of moving average as a graph trend line. It's really a trend line. It's not a cumulative, it's the running total of changing data for a time period. But oh well, can't be perfect. That one done. Last task. Right then, 2.3, we're getting there. This one's Oh, subtotals, copies, paste, ranges. Oh, so an ETB. Oh, I like doing ETBs. What have we got? We've got an ETB. Lots of figures missing. Sheet 2. Okay, is blank. Select the second worksheet. First of all, rename it. Done that one. Right click and rename. D4 is here. Import the downloaded file. It's not the file actually name when it downloads, but we'll cope with that one. Data. From text, it's a text file. Where did I save it? You've probably just got to do it. There's only one text file there, and we can import it, and that brings in. It assumes it's delimited, otherwise it wouldn't work very well. There's the data coming in an appropriate format. Of course, I've imported CSV files and all sorts of other files. You will have downloaded it onto your desktop for this. That's the easiest way of doing it. We've done that one. We've imported copy and paste link for purchases, wages and admin. So there's the purchases. Copy, Control C. It's going in there. Not so tempting to do Control and V, but actually we need the link. And there's the next two ready to come in. So wages, oops. And then the admin costs next. Oop. Right, I notice it's all updating the statement of profit and loss for us. So they've already done that bit for us. But now we need to subtotal rent and rate figures, and then sum to add a subtotal. Okay, subtotal. I think what they mean, item rent. Easiest way of doing it. Something doesn't really matter what we're doing here. Equals subtotal. If I click on that one, oops, I might know that one. Sum number 9 works most of the time, but sometimes for some reason, not always. So we'll do F14 to F17. So it just needs subtotal and the range, and it's done it, and it's even made the column bigger for me. This is a subtotal rates. Could just put the word total in and done. So again, we could try 9, but I know from experience it doesn't always work, that version. So we're in F19 to F22, and we've got our subtotal for rates. Their answers actually have a total. But I can't find the instruction for it. Never mind. Easy to do. I can't find the instructions in that one, so maybe that's what they mean by use the sum for add the subtotal to add a subtotal. No idea. So copy and paste link again. Copy. Control C. There's the rates. Link. And then the rates. Obviously putting that one in. Make sure you get the right number, not the bottom one. We don't want that one in. And that sorts that out. Puts the rates in. So we've now put all our data in. Format all currency cells to accounting style. Probably could actually, all the numbers, you could just click on here, or we can click format cells just to make sure accounting, no. Decimal places. Except that's not come out as accounting style according to their answer. That's not how they wanted it, accounting. Ah, symbol. Missed it. There we are, that's what we wanted. Another column to make a bit wider. Forgot to put the currency in. Alright, so look, nearly there. Insert a formula in K5, current date and time. Put a little box around it. Equals now. If you just wanted the date, today would do. Doesn't always work, but that's today's date and time. Now, in their answers for the explanation of the errors when we find them, they actually wanted a trace precedent. So, we just need to watch that one and make sure that when I do part B we do that. But first of all, a formula to show balanced. Okay. Equals, that's an if statement. So if H32 equals I32, we want some text. And we also want some text here. Error on ATB. Requires is that it? Requires investigation if not balanced. And at the moment it isn't balanced, so there's the error coming up. Hopefully the next task will allow us to balance it off. Don't like ETBs that aren't balanced. Constructed badly. Correct figure for the profit for the year. Right, so profit. If it's a profit, that means income is more than expenses. So the balancing figures in the debit column, 84890, and it's not balancing, so there's still a couple of errors. And debit there, 4890. Credit there, again it isn't balancing, so it's something that gives us a bit of a clue actually as to where the answers could be if you remember your ETBs from advanced bookkeeping. Spreadsheet skills together with accounting knowledge, locate the errors and make it balance. Okay, well let's have a look. Most of these are okay. Purchases, purchases, debit, being added, debit, these are all expensive. Debit and the credit been added. Right, so hang on, review. Review. Hang on, protect and share. This is where we need the Formulas. Trace precedence. Okay, this is in their answers, but we don't have to do it really to find this, because anybody should be able to work out that's the problem. If we do this, it indicates what's actually gone wrong, and it's telling you that this is the result of those formulas. We didn't really need to do that one. Most people, I would hope, can work out that that's a better answer. And we've now got our statement of profit and loss balancing, but this one doesn't. 5,000, so something's wrong purely in the statement of financial position. Those are okay, that's okay. Add, that's fine. That's big error if that was 150,000. That's about the right amount as well, because it's, if we halve that difference, we'd get 2,780. One credit, one debit. Well, that's just a nice simple one. Equals E24. And it balances as it should. And then you've got to explain this. Well, okay, their answers say trace precedent. I've done it, so I can show you how to do it. I must admit, I think I'd have picked that one up without doing that one. Two cells which correct the corrected errors with a yellow fill background. That was that one and that one. Custom format for magenta. Magenta's a kind of reddish colour. I have no idea actually what magenta is. Can't they have something simple? Keeping the accounting style applied in A. Okay, just show that we can do it. That means we're formatting the cells, the font, the colour, more colours on our custom template. It's somewhere up here, magenta. Not sure why that's not working. It's not working there. Okay, red. It's mainly red. I really have no idea. Just to show we can. That's just I've no idea if that's magenta or not. Now it's coming up magenta. And this one also, I'm not going to go through it again, font, because it's remembered our recent colour. That's sort of, I think that's magenta. To explain the two errors, yeah. Well, we've used the trace precedence for finding the one, just to double check and spot that it was a debit and a credit was added. And then what accounting skills? Well, the accounting skills is understanding extended trial balance, and the spreadsheet skills was using to trace precedence. So if we hadn't done that one, we wouldn't have used spreadsheet skills. At the end of the task, hey, done. Right, I'm not going to write some waffle in there. You can read their answers